Hi everybody. In this video, we're going to start reading The Secret of Zygarde. Chapter 1. The Kalos League Championship had just ended, but Ash and Elaine were running for their lives. Outside Lumio Stadium, the city had turned into rubble. Thick vines had pierced through the earth and snaked around everything. The vines were laced with blood-red veins, and they slithered across streets, wrapping around lampposts, cars, and buildings. The sky had turned a haunting red. Ash wondered how so much could have changed in such a short time. The largest city in all of Kalos, Lumios was known as the City of Light. When Ash and his team of loyal Pokemon first arrived, Ash had marveled at the many plazas filled with fountains and flowers. There were charming old buildings with romantic stone arches. The hotels and cafes were full of people. The streets were laid out in a circular pattern and lined with lush trees. At the center of it all was the prison tower, a glowing beacon against the crystal blue sky. Prison Tower was home of the Lumios Gym, which specialized in electric-type Pokemon. Ash was thrilled when he advanced to the Kalos League Finals and learned he would compete against the dedicated trainer Elaine. Elaine had started his own Pokemon journey with Professor Sycamore right here in Lumios. One of Ash's goals in joining the Kalos competition was to learn more about Mega Evolution, which was a fascinating new transformation that certain Pokemon could undergo. The transformation was temporary, so it only lasted a short time. In addition, it required the Pokemon to have a special Mega Stone, and the trainer needed a Keystone. Professor Sycamore believed that Mega Evolution was only possible if the trainer and the Pokemon truly believed in each other. There was still so much they didn't know about Mega Evolution, but they did know it was stupendously powerful. But now, giant vines had erupted all over the city. Ash knew something was terribly wrong. Ash's friends spread out all over Lumios, and everyone was on a mission. Ash agreed to help Elaine, who wanted to track down Marin, his friend and fellow trainer. Clement, the Lumios gym leader, was with Bonnie, who wanted to find Squishy, the mysterious tiny Pokemon whom she'd befriended after it had appeared in her bag during the group's travels. But Squishy had just run off, and Bonnie was distraught. There was confusion everywhere as people and Pokemon scrambled to safety. In a flurry of zaps and blasts, Ash realized he was under attack. Team Flare swarmed around Ash and dragged him off to meet with Lysander, the head of Lysander Labs. Meanwhile, Lysander introduced himself to all of Lumios in a grand video announcement. His face and flame-like mane of hair were on every screen across the great city. His deep voice sounded calm, but his message was one of hatred and destruction. To my beloved Kalos region and the entire world, I am Lysander. Team Flare is here with me to do my bidding. We are here to remake the world into a place of pure beauty and peace. Yes, Team Flare's purpose is to transform our world into an exquisite example of creation. The screen flickered to show a Pokemon on top of Prison Tower. Lysander called it Zygarde. It had a large, flattened, legless body. A frill framed out behind its head, like a crown. Zygarde looked regal and powerful. As leaders of this new order, Team Flare and I have decided to join forces with this powerful guardian of creation. Zygarde is angry at the behavior of both people and Pokemon. The discipline of this world has been lost. Humanity is out of control. We have forgotten how to share. People all over Kalos watch Lysander on televisions, computer screens, and phones. They were confused and frightened by his harsh declaration, his claim that the world was lost. Lysander insisted that not sharing led to people stealing, and that there was not enough for everyone. He said the only solution was to reduce the number of people on the planet, and he claimed the legendary Pokemon Zygarde was on his side. Only the chosen ones will move into our bright, hopeful future. We of Team Flare, along with the Fury of Zygarde, will be the ones who will make the judgment. The new order will do away with the chaos of the world and bring about the beautiful world we desire. All around, people reacted with fear and uncertainty. Who was this man, and what did he mean by a judgment? Was he really going to decide who would and who wouldn't be part of a new world? That was just the beginning of a long battle. When Ash woke up from being captured, he was up in the air, high above Prison Tower. He was suspended hundreds of feet above the ground, restrained by electronic cuffs. Greninja, Pikachu, and his other Pokemon were in shackles too, floating by his side. Below, Ash could see Lysander and Elaine standing on the roof deck of the tower. Down in the streets of the city, Ash's friends were waging battles of their own. The mysterious hero Blaziken Mask and his loyal Mega Blaziken joined up with Clement, Serena, and Bonnie. Blaziken Mask wanted to escort them all home so they would be safe, but they refused. Clement did not want to abandon Lumio's gym, and Bonnie wouldn't rest until she found Squishy. It wasn't long before Team Flare blocked them in front of Prison Tower, home of Lumio's gym. While they were figuring out what to do next, Bonnie suddenly could sense that her dear friend Squishy was near, and something big was about to happen. It all started with a high ringing sound. Then there was a flash of neon green light, and Squishy appeared on the roof of a car, then on the side of a building. A brilliant green light glowed all around it, but Squishy stayed in one place for only a second before it disappeared and reappeared somewhere else. The ringing sound grew louder, and a ball of light rose into the air. The sound seemed to vibrate with the bright green light until the light began to take shape. A head began to form, and a tail. The green globe floated into the sky, sipping here and there. It grew larger and longer, a skeleton of neon green light. Finally, the light dimmed, and a black and green body with a majestic frill around its head appeared. Squishy had fully transformed. It let out a roar. "Squishy, yay!" Bonnie cried. "That's unbelievable," Clement said. The scientists of Team Flare were just as surprised. Now there was another Zygarde. Team Flare believed that this had to be a good sign for them, and for Lysander's vision for a new world.